A former flight attendant is taking Alaska Airlines to court. The lawsuit calls her firing wrongful, but she says what happened highlights a bigger issue in the airline industry. Vanessa Mashania reports.
Everybody hands in.
You crew me too!
The mission.
We are not just doing this for me, we're doing this for everybody, and we're sticking up for those that aren't brave enough to speak for themselves.
And signs in hand.
Until each time a woman stands up for herself, she stands up for all women.
Together, come over, come over.
Ashley Geffre and her support system are standing up against the company she says wronged her.
It's gonna be a year and 13 days from my assault taking place. So it's been almost a year, and they have hardly done anything to help me.
Geffre is suing Alaska Airlines. According to her complaint, the former flight attendant says she was drugged while drinking at a bar with fellow crew members on a layover in Fort Lauderdale last August. When she woke the next morning, she reported the incident to the company, which had to cancel the flight since she was not fit to fly. In September, she was fired. Geffre says that was wrong of them.
Continuously legitimize my sexual assault by alcohol consumption. And that's their biggest argument. They called me dishonest, and they said I did not represent the company name well.
You crew me too!
Geffre says that she was sexually assaulted that night. Her lawsuit does not state that. The company told King 5, Alaska Airlines has a firm non-retaliation policy. When situations arise that are inconsistent with the values of Alaska, we investigate them fully and act in accordance with our policies. Thursday's protest happened right before a forced arbitration hearing between Geffre, her union reps, and the company. She says it was supposed to be a meeting that could have gotten her job back. Instead, Geffre says the company already had made up its mind.
I did receive emails prior saying, between my lawyer and between my union rep, stating that I was not going to be getting my job back.
I'm here to show solidarity, show what unionhood means and what a sisterhood means.
Mendalina Lewis is a former flight attendant with WestJet that says she was sexually assaulted by a pilot. The two began a movement called You Crew and Me Too, hoping that by banding together they can shed light on what they say is a dark side in the airline industry.
One thing that helps everyone is when women come forward and give us their story.
Yeah, I can't tell you how much it means.
For Geffre, being a flight attendant was a dream job, and she wants it back.
That would be so great to me to return to Alaska on good terms.
For her, and for whomever needs to know they're not alone.
How the other crew members see that, wow, she went through this, she's back at work. Like, I want them to be encouraged by that and see that as strength, and, you know, if they've had any experiences, feel comfortable enough to talk to me.
We stood together in solidarity.
In SeaTac, Vanessa Mashania, King 5 News.
The lawsuit was filed in May. Geffre's lawyer, Lincoln Beauregard, says the suit is in the beginning stages and that he is proud of his client for standing up for herself.